Hi, teachers. Welcome to week 1, day 5 of unit 1 of the middle school ENL standalone curriculum. So this lesson will wrap up week 1, all about me, and looks at the essential question, what makes us who we are? Students will be working on the project component. Today, the I am poem. The project objectives are to demonstrate independence, selecting and applying words and phrases to aid expression, and to develop personal, cultural, and thematic connections to texts and big ideas. On slide 2, you have the objectives for the week that you can review with your students. The texts from the week, Becoming Joey and My Name Was Hussein, are also here, as well as the academic vocabulary terms from the week. To activate prior knowledge, students will look at what they did to introduce themselves this week. So all of these are various moments from the week, from the lessons. So they will do a see, think, wonder here, just to kind of jog their memory of things that they've done throughout the previous 4 lessons in week 1, ways that they've been able to share about themselves, etc. All right, so this is a model of what students will create during this lesson, which is an I am poem. In this type of poem, you use a structure to talk about yourself. So this is a model from an online source. If you've ever done I am poems with your students and you prefer to put student work here, that's a really good place to do it. So this presentation is in the video adapted resources folder for this week's lessons in TeachHub. So let's say you have student work, you can feel free to paste that here instead of this example. Moving on, there are some scaffolds and options for the I am poem. So here, the I am poem is broken up by line and asks questions for each line to guide students thinking a bit more. So if necessary, students can translate and work with the verbs that are in here. So wonder, hear, see, understand, believe, to get them started. And they can write their responses right here. So this slide could be assigned on its own, obviously without the teacher's notes, as the work that students need to do. This can also be copied into a Google Doc and assigned to students via Google Classroom. Another option to scaffold this up is the Where I'm From poem. So the Where I'm From poem is a bit more dependent on things like literary devices and is a bit less literal and a bit more imaginative. So if you feel that your students are ready for this one, or if you have early finishers and they want to take a crack at this one, this is a bit more dense and requires students to pull from more places because there's less repetition, but also a good option. So this slide right here is where students could also do some work on their poem or paste their final product. So if they used this slide, this scaffolded version, they can take these things here and copy them into here, and as well as adding a picture that they feel like represents them, and a description. So this is another way for students to be able to present. Once again, this could be shown on a Google document, could be done on paper, and students could paste a photo or draw a picture of themselves, depending on what you feel like your class needs most. All right, so that is lesson 1.5, the I am poem. So students are really drawing on the work that they have done speaking about themselves, talking about changes, hardships, anything in their lives, and applying it to this poem. All right. So, teachers, if you have a moment, the design team would love your feedback to improve our lessons. So you can scan this QR code or access by clicking this link, and you must be logged in with your DOE username. All right. Best of luck rolling out this lesson with your students.